Okay, here we are again at 845 East High Street in Springfield, Ohio. This is a nice older built, the Rowland house, basically 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, partially modern, but built in 1884, which is really, really cool to me to go through. So this is the stairwell down. We're up on the second floor. We're going, which is where all the bedrooms are, and we're going to basically go down the other stairwell, which is pretty narrow, and then the steps are also pretty short. So you have to be careful walking down here, but basically leads right into the kitchen, which I know we saw a little bit earlier, but now we're going to go basically downstairs into the cellar basement area. So there's your panel. Electrical panel is nicely updated. 200, it looks like 200 amps. Yep. So you don't have the knob and tube electrical, which is very, very common on these older homes, especially in Springfield. You don't see all of them updated, even today, which is basically a safety hazard. Going down these stairs basically are very narrow. So it's a good thing the laundry room is actually upstairs. That's where we came from. So you don't have to do this all the time. But really cool little area right here that has a little, basically this is the bump out below the dining room. But as you can see, looks like the wall, the exterior structure has been resurfaced in a lot of ways, so probably resealed. You can actually see some support beams right here. So this is basically a re-leveling effort to basically keep the structure above the basement nice and even, so it's, if there's any settling, that can correct it. But as you can see all the way around, they basically pretty much glazed concrete, quickcrete all the way around it to basically seal it up, hopefully to prevent any moisture intrusion. So that's basically your wastewater going into there. Really cool area. So in this side, you can see this is where the water heater is, a little bit newer. And then a nice little walkway that they built here that goes into the exterior part. That's actually the exterior entrance. So you have an outside entrance to the basement, then also an inside I wish I had a light in here. I don't have a light for you, but this basically is a nice little storage area. It looks like potentially for some spirits and that kind of thing, maybe some wine. Nice little closet area. And you can see right here, this is below the little landing area from the cellar exterior door. Some spot work all the way around, so basically they probably had some issues with water moisture intrusion and then sealed it up, probably, I'm guessing. So that's basically your exterior entryway. You do have like a trough sink in here for any kind of outside things that were being worked on. You can come in here and clean it up like a mudroom. And so this is interesting to me. So this is actually a toilet, and it does appear that it might actually be being used. It's actually being used. So that's kind of neat. So it is actually 2.5 baths, but that's not the half they're talking about. So there's actually another half bath, even though there's not really a sink, even though that room has a sink on the outside. But that could be additional half bath. So it might be 2 full baths and 2 half baths if you include that. So this is the cellar part, the lowest level. Kind of really cool. And then this is what's really neat. This is the old coal room, and it has coal in it. Still has coal in it. Really cool to me to see that. Another compartment with the coal. Really cool. So that's where they would basically shovel the coal right into the coal room, then just spread it out, and this is where it would be stored. Nice big heating unit. So it's an updated heating unit. I know a lot of people talk about that old octopus heating that they used to have back in the day. This is not it. It's forced air all the way throughout. So it's an upgraded heating HVAC system. Then you have some other areas back here. Looks like some water hoses and points. Looks like your water intake right there. Probably the main valve. Have some extra bricks. Really cool. So the HVAC system is newer. I think it said 2017 in the listing. Don't quote me on that. But really, really cool. Really, really cool. And that is it for the basement.